Yo, 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 we are back. Sports Jazz, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications, and welcome yet to another episode. Of course, Isaac, I am in the building. Josh is still not around. We are still trying to search for him. But come on, guys, let's have a great time. Let's talk football. Let's talk Man United. Let's talk Mbuemo. Let's talk about the preseason. Let's just talk. Let's discuss Manchester United. Please do subscribe. Isaac, I am in the building, of course, as always. Hope all you guys have been great, man. I mean, since yesterday, since the Mbuemo signing, after 44, nearly 45 days, we had the man's signature, and what a great feeling! What a great feeling yesterday. And I mean, it's so good to see him already gelling with the team. I've seen pics. We are going to get into that. Probably, maybe I'll show you a few pictures already. I've seen photos and pics of him already with the boys. Flying to the US. That's very, very incredible stuff. I mean, and yeah, we are waiting for the next three positions. I understand when I say that, I mean, strike, of course, is a priority. A keeper, I think we have something that is soon coming through with the 23-year-old Belgian keeper. We are going to get into that. And of course, not forgetting a midfielder. I also understand we need a midfielder. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Sports Jazz, Isaac, I am in the building. And man, what a day yesterday that was to have Mbuemo officially announced as a Manchester United player. What a day that was. And it was quite incredible. But yeah, we're still going to be looking into the latest transfer news, players being linked to Manchester United, players that are going out of, or potentially soon leaving Man United, incomings, those going on loan, and very many, lots of stuff to talk about. The preseason players we expect. By the way, we've had a here we go an hour ago or 90 minutes ago from Fabrizio Romano. That means every Man United player that was very happy. I told you yesterday that was a tactic. This business of coming that United and Sporting Lisbon are negotiating, but the player already wants Arsenal. That was all. It was a tactic just to have, to expedite the whole process for Gyökeres and Arsenal. To cough the amount that Sporting Lisbon wanted. And well, a few minutes ago we had a here we go. He's already an Arsenal player very soon, subject to medical. So let's wait and see. But we are not concerned about that. I trust Ineos. I trust very much Ineos to come through and not disappoint, because we also need a striker. Hassan, why are you laughing? Hassan, why are you laughing? It seems Hassan is, I don't know. I'm not going to say you're a Man United fan. You seem to be trolling. You could be an Arsenal fan. But yeah, Arsenal and Liverpool have done incredible business this summer. They've done incredible business this window. I actually think Liverpool has already bought the league, seriously speaking. Bro, those guys already have is it the PMGOL? So it's crazy. It's crazy. But let's focus on Man United right now. Let's focus on Man United. From what I understand, of course, Mbuemo has joined the group. Mbuemo has joined the boys. They're flying already to. Sorry, I'm having issues. But let's roll. Mbuemo has already joined the group. They're already flying to the US, and it was happy moods. I saw clips of him and Onana and Joshua Zirkzee, talking, discussing, and yeah, I think I'm going to go through the players that have been confirmed to have already. They're not here. Yeah, to have already, left for the US. That includes Amorim and his team. So the boys are going to be flying that side. Of course, they need to stay fit. Maybe one other thing I can say is Andre Onana has also left. Of course, yeah, I just talked about him. He was with Mbuemo. From what I understand, he's recovering very well from the injury. Everyone thought it was approximately 8 weeks, but when Onana had the news that United is buying another striker, sorry, not striker, another keeper, to compete with him, I don't know whatever thing he did. Well, he's already he's joining the club very soon. Sorry, the team very soon, and they're going to be training. So let's wait and see. But still, I would really, really love for Man United to sign a keeper, anyone, to keep Onana on his toes. But yeah, official Manchester United squad tour. Let me put it on screen, courtesy of United Truthful. He's a staunch Manchester United fan. I'll put it on screen. Let me get it right here. Yeah, that's the team that it's going to be. I'll go through them very quick. Official Manchester United tour squad. Of course, we have goalkeepers: Aita Bayinda, Tim Hutton, Damot May, and Will Maddock. On first choice goalkeeper Andre Onana, who's recovering from hamstring. Of course, we have defenders Dallo, we have Matthias de Ligt, we have Dogu, we have Tyler Fredrickson. Oh, I like this kid. I love Fredrickson. I'm so happy that he's part of the team, that he's traveling to the US for preseason. And of course, one of my best players, talents, prospects, you know, when it comes to football, that is left CB Eindhoven, Diogo Leon, who just joined recently, also plays left wing back. We have Lisandro Martinez, recovering very well from the injury. You know, he has been months out, but it's very good to know that he's traveling with the team. That means it's going to be, by the time they come back from preseason, he's going to be ready. And that really gives us good news, because we have a tough game. You know, that game, opening match against Arsenal. Ooh. Of course, midfielders, we have Casemiro, Sekou Kone, Kobe Mainoo, Mason Mount, and Manuel Ugarte. Now, I'm so happy that Sekou Kone is traveling with the team. Really, it's after the preseason that is going to happen. But I'm so happy that he's traveling with the team, and he's getting not. I won't call it match fitness, but you know, getting the feel of what the first team of football looks like. It would be so nice to have all these young kids get an opportunity this time around. And going to the forwards, Amad Diallo, he might be leaving for, or rather that he wants to leave Roma to be interested. He was. It looks like they're ready to, you know, hug him, welcome him back. Not forgetting Bendito Matanto. Then there's Brian Mbeumo, 25-year-old Cameroonian international, ready with the squad. Gives him enough time. Rather enough game time. Then, of course, Ethan Williams. Ethan Williams is one of the players that we're supposed to leave on loan and not travel with the team, from what I understand. But Amorim had a last-minute change. He called him, you know, give him a shot. I hope he does improve. That means the manager trusts you. And lastly, Joshua Zirkzee. That's the official Manchester United tour squad. Now, going into the comment section, Man United should sign. I'm Ethiopian. What up, brother? What up, brother? We're neighbors. We're neighbors. We're very, very close. We're neighbors. I'm Ethiopia. Man United sign. I agree with you. I agree with you, Tube. I agree with you. I think United should sign. You know, it's so bad that we lost. We lost. That is really sad. That is really sad. I thought we were going to sign Richard Rios, because I think he's an incredible player. But well, we didn't get him. He's going to Benfica, so let's wait and see. Sorry, I'm having a few glitches, but with time I'm going to be okay. Yes, I understand what you're saying, Tube. United should sign a midfielder, a defensive. Oh man, my internet is messing me up. Okay, it's now okay. Currently, we only have Casemiro, and as I was saying last time with Josh when we're discussing, Casemiro doesn't have the legs to give you 5 back-to-back games. I mean, he's going to get tired, you know, because Amorim's system is the kind of system that needs players running from the side to the other side. So I don't see that happening. It's going to be really challenging, and yes, we do need a defensive midfielder. I don't know who we're going to get, but I hope it's not the nonsense I'm reading about of Ndidi. We do not need Ndidi. Thank you very much. Very good player, but let him stay that side. That's why I'm saying I'm really sad we lost out on a Richard Rios, because he was cheap, he wasn't expensive, and he's a proper bowler. Some people are talking about Baleba. Baleba from Brighton. No, I don't think we're going to get him. And Brighton, when it comes to their players, the prices, the price tags are through the roof. So I don't think we're going to go into that. But there's rumor that United was interested in a certain midfielder. I think 22 years of age in from Boca Juniors. I don't know how true that is. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name. But yes, if we manage to sign a midfielder, a defensive midfielder to deputize or help Manuel Ugarte, that would be very good. And it's also healthy competition because we need Ugarte on his toes. We need someone who can also give him a run for his money. At each position, needs two players. I understand Amorim wants a thin squad since we are not in any European competition, but we need a defensive midfielder. We need a defensive midfielder, man. We need someone there. Kobbie Mainoo, he cannot do that. He cannot execute that job very well. But as Josh said last time, as he said when we were streaming, this is a do or never for Kobbie Mainoo this season. This is his time to shine. He had issues with injuries last season. He has to prove this season that he's truly a Man United player. He's what the contract is asking for, because he still has 3 years left on his contract, but United wanted to tie him down until was it 2030? But from what I understand, the wages he was demanding were a bit high, so United kind of paused on that. So, but yeah, this season is a do or never for Kobbie Mainoo. He needs to bring his A game. He needs to turn up so well. Toby Collier, I'm really not so sure, but I think he's okay. But he also needs to turn up. So yes, we need a defensive midfielder, already made player, who is going to tussle it out with Manuel Ugarte. We need a player who can run. We need a player who can recover the ground, rather who can recover so fast. A player who can cover the ground, and I don't think there is no way I see Casemiro doing that. He's a bit slow. Yes, he's old. And again, he's not going to give you 5 games back to back. So we need a player who's still, who still has the energy to do that. And I would say the players I would look at, I would say Ederson from Atlanta, very incredible player. I'm telling you, he doesn't disappoint if we get that guy. If manager, I see, and Tuba already said the same thing. United should sign Ederson from Atlanta. I think that's what you mean. It's Ederson. He's an incredible player, Xavi Guerreiro, I don't think that is going to happen. I think Valencia were in him and Xavi and his agent were just trying to pull our legs, because I understand there's a contract for him to sign with Valencia to renew. So I mean, they're just toying with us. But yeah, I think my best pick would be Ederson from Atlanta. Incredible player. I think he can add a lot to the team if he joins. And yeah, he covers a lot of ground. He would be an incredible signing for Manchester United. And imagine you have that midfield of Bruno Fernandes, then you have Ederson, then you have the 2 10s in Matheus Cunha from the left, and the right wing forward, that is Bryan Mbeumo, and a very good striker. I don't know what kind of striker that United is going to bring. It's worrying. I'm not so sure what kind of striker, or rather, because we have Benjamin Sesko, very, very expensive, 22 years old, but very expensive. There's been rumors of Nicholas Jackson. I understand he's open to join Man United, even if they are not in any European competition, as per Fabrizio Romano a few minutes ago. Look, no disrespect to Nicholas Jackson, but yo, bro, he says he's 23 years old. I keep saying this. He looks like he's 36, but look, I think he's okay at Chelsea where he is. Let him do his thing from that side. As for United, painful as it may sound, I think United would be good if they get Ollie Watkins, but that is my opinion. Okay, that is my opinion. Why do I say Ollie Watkins? And I say this: if we get him on loan, or do not pay more than 25 million pounds, not that silly price tag that Aston Villa is asking for. They slapped a 60 million pound price tag. Come on, man. 29 years old, scored 16 goals last season in the Premier League with 8 assists. I think he would do well if you have Ollie Watkins and you have Mbeumo and Cunha behind him, bro. You have Ederson and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. You have Amad Diallo coming from the coming in as a right wing back, bro. Guys, are you reading that? Then you have Lenny Yoro or Mazarawi as the right CB. You have Maguire in the middle, and you have not Maguire. You have De Ligt in the middle, and you have I'm talking about now the CBs, and you have Lisandro Martinez. He's recovering so well, very very fast. You know, actually he's ahead of schedule as the left CB. Then the right wing back. Patrick Dagu was so raw last season. I don't know how. I saw the preseason, the first game against Leeds. He did so well. He was this time passing because last season he barely he failed to pass. You know, his touch was a bit raw. He was raw. You know, he was raw. He was running. Yes, he has the pace. You could run into positions, but you could waste the ball. So, I mean, I would love to see him or Diego Leon, whoever is ready there. And I mean, we play real football, brother. I think it will be fantastic. Tube says, by the way, I hope I'm pronouncing your name well. I don't want to say Tube, but I'll say Tube. I'll pronounce it. Or I can also say that. Man United didn't replace Mike Carrick. Still, do you remember how Carrick played them, Roy Keane? That is true. Carrick gave us a very, very. By the way, he's one of those players that we've never replaced. That is very true. Michael Carrick was a real baller. I think he's one of the most underrated players at Man United during that time of Sir Alex Ferguson. Michael Carrick was a very, very good six. He used to execute his duties well. He used to play well, and he has very good a player. Like player, man, what's up with my internet? The only player that I see that it would be able to do what Michael Carrick does or did back then, it will be Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton. Very good player. Young, is he around 22 years? Very, 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 very good. He's a baller. Adam Wharton is a baller, and he would be the best replacement for Michael Carrick because since then we've never replaced him. We've never replaced him. So yes, but he doesn't come cheaply. He's around 80 to 100 million pounds as per Crystal Palace. That's the price tag slapped on him. So and I understand Liverpool. I read somewhere that Liverpool want to go, not Liverpool, Man City want to go for him. That is crazy. But I mean, that would be so good. But yeah, I think he would be a great player. You know, he would be actually him and Addison and Ederson. I'll take him. I'll take Adam Wharton. Unfortunately, he covers the ground so well. He knows how to fall back, when to fall back. He knows how to control the tempo, even at his age. I mean, he's still a young kid, around 22 years old, but he has that game reading. You know, he understands the game so well. So if you have him and you have Bruno Fernandes as well, I think they could give you a very beautiful midfield. And you know, the midfield usually the midfield does control or dictates the game. But again, with the Amorim style of play, the wingers dictate the type of play. So we need very fast. When I say wingers, sorry, I mean the wing backs. Sorry, apologies. The wing backs. We need very fast, best, strong, and physical wing backs. Amad Diallo is not physical, but he's fast. You know, he can beat any player. We've seen that. Patrick Dogu, yes, he has the physicality. I think he can also execute the job very well. But I mean, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how things turn out. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Tinsu, brother, I hope you've subscribed. I would so much love for you to subscribe. Yeah, let's go on. So I was still looking at the squad, the squad that I did put up on the screen earlier, the one that traveled to US for the tour. And I was saying, I'm happy that in the midfield, Toby Collier, Fletcher, Seko Kone, see him play more. He needs more game time. Some people were suggesting maybe he could be. No, I don't think we have options in the midfield, and we have to get a proper. You remember the same thing happened to, was it Amad Diallo? They loaned him somewhere in Scotland, then came back, went to Sunderland, if I'm not mistaken, and he had a great season with Sunderland. Sekou Kone, Toby Collier, Jack Fletcher. I think they are very, very incredible players. Very incredible players. They just need more game time. Yeah, Tinsu says, I agree with you. Manuel Ugarte is a good player, but he doesn't adapt the league right. Then we should sign Benjamin Sesko. Please don't talk about Jackson. He's a very bad player. But Watkins is nice. Bro, about Jackson, I don't even know how that rumor came up. You know, that's why I said no disrespect to him. And you know what's surprising? The amount of money, the price tag is around 80 to 100 million pounds. Bro, who is going to pay all that amount of money for Jackson? But I understand at one point maybe it's because he still has an 8-year contract, you know, with Chelsea. But regardless, I'm not paying even more than 20 million, 25 million pounds for Jackson because yeah, he's rumored to be 23 years old, but nah, I don't think that is true. But well, who am I? You know, he could be right. So yeah, Watkins is nice. Tinsu Watkins is nice. I think I'll take him. Eight assists and 16 goals. Not so bad. Not so bad. If you have a player like him, 8 assists in 16 goals, then you have Brian Umbuemo behind him, who scored 20 goals, and you have Mathis Cunha, who also scored 16 goals. You have a lot of goals. You have a lot of goals there. You have a lot of assists. I think it will be much better. He's EPL proven. My only problem with Watkins is he's injury prone. He has toilet paper bones. So I don't know. It's a bit worrying for a player. And, you know, right now, Man United needs to get back up. You know, we performed so poorly, finished 15th last season. And it was really a shaming, you know, very, very shameful for United to finish that way. We struggled to win games. We struggled to even draw games. You know, Old Trafford became a dancing floor for any team coming through. That aroa, that fear that teams would, you know, feel every time or sensed every time they stepped inside Old Trafford isn't there anymore. So we need to have that back. And how do we get that back? By winning games and being ruthless on the pitch. But yeah, the first challenge, we are playing Arsenal now. That is a game. And bro, Arsenal has been stalking. They're not messing around. They are not messing around. They are getting players. They've signed Madueke, and you know, it's a bit sorry about that. They've signed Madueke. They've signed Madueke for 52 million pounds. Yeah, they've signed also, who else? They've signed a few players. They've signed Gyökeres is coming through already, and I think he's by the way, he's a very good player. As fans have always been crying to get a striker. Well, we have no in Gyökeres. Bro, Arsenal is not going to be messing around next season. So yeah, they've signed Kepa as well as a backup for David Raya. They've signed Zubimendi. He's a very good player. He knows how to control the ball. They've signed a bad player, but I'm not interested in Arsenal. It's just because the opening game is against Arsenal, so it's a bit worrying considering how they've been, you know, window shopping in this transfer window. Tinsu, shout out to your brother. It still goes on to say Carrick is not the only bowler, but also scores goals from far posts. He assists the ball for the attacker easily. He played between the narrow space comfortably. That's what I'm saying. I think Ederson could do that. Adam Wharton could also do the same thing that Michael Carrick used to do. Because yes, you're right, we haven't replaced him, but it's challenging. I don't know how we're going to handle that. Because Ugarte is a good player, but I wasn't really satisfied with what I watched last season. I wasn't satisfied at all. I think he needs to pull up his game. He needs to come strong this season. And the only way sometimes such players perform so well is if they have competition. So if you get a very good player to, go at him, you play bad, you see it. I play better, I get the nod. Something like that. I think that would push him. That would push him to limits. So that's why I also think Man United needs to also sign a keeper. United needs to sign a keeper because I do not have faith. I do not trust Andre Onana at all. I do not trust Andre Onana at all. So yes, he also needs he needs a run for his money. He needs someone to be there. Things to say is I subscribed. I subscribed. I'm from Ethiopia. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. What about you? I think you know Museveni, right? You know Museveni. That guy said we are neighbors. Shout out to you. Excuse me, my internet is tripping, but my internet is tripping, but yeah, as I was saying, G256. Okay, we are neighbors, very very close. Once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notification, guys. Let's go through the team, the squad. I was looking at sorry, oh my god, internet. The internet is doing me so bad. Internet is doing me so bad, guys. I do apologize. I do apologize. Gabriel, Sarah, and Hoyland are the best in midfield plus Sesko. I don't know if we are going to get Sesko. I'm not so sure if we are going to be able to get Sesko, but it will be a great thing if we manage to get Sesko. It will be incredible if we manage to get Sesko. But he doesn't come cheaply. He's very expensive. You know, Sesko is very, very expensive. He's not cheap at all. He's around. He costs around. Is it 80 million pounds? I think you've seen Ektike. Ektike came in expensive. The wages is yeah, yo. By the way, you know, Ektike is earning around 425 per week. You know, including bonuses and everything. That is one of the reasons as to why the Mbeumo deal lagged for some time, because didn't want my internet is tripping. Let me check it out. Okay, yeah, now it's okay. My internet. Back to the squad that is traveling today. That traveled. I'm saying I'm happy that I'm called. I think it's game time. That is not very good. It's a good thing that these kids get enough game time. You know, it's a very very good thing that they all get enough game time. Sekou Kone, the Chido Obi Martins, Ethan Williams, Aiden Heaven is already a bowler. He proved that already last season. The few minutes or the few games he had on, his ball are not to be messed around with. So I'm not worried about him. But Sekou Kone will need more game time. Chido Obi Martin, more game time. And I hope that happens. I hope that happens. Well, once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Yes, yes. Let me see what Sekou Kone is saying. Sorry, what Tins is saying about Sekou Kone. Says Sekou Kone will be the future best midfielder. Give him a chance. Agree with that player. My internet is a problem. I'm not why it's happening. I'm trying to. Yes, I do agree with you. Sekou Kone will be an player. Yeah, things are going to turn around. Please, I do apologize. My internet is a problem. Oof. Let me wait and see. Man. Hi guys. Sorry about that. My internet jammed on me, so I had to do rebooting. Please, apologies. But yeah, let's roll. Nothing has changed. Shout out to you, Tinsu, for staying in the comment section. Let me get back to you. You were saying, why don't we try to sign Vitinha from PSG, bro? We get him. Man United will finish top four, bro. There is no way. There is no way. I repeat, there is no way those guys would give you Vitinha. There is no way you would sign him. Not in a million. Unless he pulls up the same stand that Mbappe pulled up. Other than that, those guys have enough money to convince him. So it will be up to the player to say, you know what? Enough with the money. I'm bouncing. I'm leaving. Just like what Mbappe did. So I don't see us signing Vitinha. But of course, that guy is a midfield maestro. He's a midfield maestro. He's fantastic. He has everything that a manager would need in a bowler, in a midfielder. He knows how to control the tempo. He's skillful. He knows how to read the game. He's just fantastic. He's fantastic. Vitinha, he's one of the best right now. Yeah, again, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Sorry about that earlier. We had a few issues with internet. And maybe news coming in is Marcus Rashford has officially, has signed his contract with Barcelona. And an official announcement is going to be coming in very soon. Look, again, I do not miss the Avenger. I do not miss the freedom fighter. That is, I'm talking about Marcus Rashford. We still have 2 freedom fighters left. We have 2 Avengers left. We have Garnacho and we have Jadon Sancho. I don't know who's going to come in and save us and take those guys or buy those guys, because, man, I'm tired of seeing them at Old Trafford. Seriously. Not in a bad way, but I'm tired of seeing them at Old Trafford. Yeah, maybe I saw news coming in also from someone on X is called United. Joshua says United have been approached with opportunity to proceed and start talks with Nicholas Jackson. Or for Nicholas Jackson, he's been offered one of the chances for Man United to add a new striker as the main priority for Ruben Amorim after Mbeumo and Cunha. So Chelsea have opened. I don't think that's a great one. If they would want us, I think they want Garnacho to go the other way in end of the deal they signed. But I don't like that. I do not feel Nicholas Jackson, guys. Please, 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 please. I hope this rumor stops. I hate the idea that Nicholas Jackson would be joining Man United. I hate the idea. I hate everything that would suggest that he will be joining Man United, bro. I don't want him joining Man United. Not in a bad way. I think he's a fantastic player. And he's good where he is. He's good where he is, but not joining Man United. Today, by the way, when the squad was traveling, Harry Maguire was missing. I understand he had some personal issues to sort out, but he's come out on Instagram and said, all is fine. I will be traveling with the squad. I'll be with the squad tomorrow. Say all is fine. Now I will be traveling tomorrow to meet up the squad. Thanks for the concern. That is Harry Maguire for you, former skipper for Man United. Man, this Nicholas thing won't go, and it's annoying. I don't know why we're being linked to Nicholas Jackson. I don't mind being linked to Ollie Watkins, honestly speaking. I don't mind being linked to him at all. But yes, from what I understand, Amorim needs to sign a striker, or wants to sign a striker with EPL experience, and who none other than Ollie Watkins. I think his game. Those of you asking about Carlos Baleba, again, I don't see Brighton giving us that. By the way, Brighton scout, I don't know who's scouting for Brighton. They've done a great job. You know, they've had players like Cucurella, they've had players like João Pedro, they've had players like Caicedo, they've sold players like very many good players are coming from that side. Look at Baleba, you know, and their growth, you know, is also very good. I think they have a very great scouting department. And to me, it's one of those teams that have done incredibly well. I hope they keep doing the good work. Yes, if there's anyone midfielder to me, I think that is made for Manchester United, I would say Carlos Baleba. That guy is a machine. He's fantastic. He's, his pressing is resistant. He never stops running. He has the engine. He has the gas. He's strong. And if you put him in a double pivot with Bruno Fernandes, he would give United that balance that we've been looking out for. I just think he holds it down, you know, because he knows how to win duels. He knows how to break. Baleba. I would add Baleba and Ederson, one of the players that I think would do a great job at Man United, you know, as midfielders. He knows how to cover the ground. He's incredibly very well. Shout out to you. Richard Francis says Man United is going to get better and better with the striker and keeper. Hi, Richard Francis. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications, brother. Turn on the notifications. Thank you for joining our chat. It's true we need a striker, but I don't know who your options are. Let's try to be realistic. Let's talk about because we know it's not coming. Because options in Nicholas Jackson, again, I don't rate him. I don't even want him at Man United. We have Ollie Watkins. We have Benjamin Sesko. Those are the rumors that won't go away. And we saw when Omar Barada was addressing after the announcing of Brian Mbeumo. He said, "Look, sometimes it's going to take a bit of time because we are trying to make sure we get the right deals, we close the right deals for the right price, for the right price, you know, for certain players." Again, that explains why the deal with Brian Mbeumo took some time, because they didn't want to overpay. You remember they had the first 45 plus something bid turned down. The second bid 55 million pounds plus 7.5 also turned down. They had the last bid was 65 plus 5 in add-ons, making 70. But when everything closed, there was an extra £1 million added in the add-ons to make 65 million pounds plus 6 in add-ons. Now, I don't know what kind of striker we're going to get, but I've told you the options. I don't know, teams to tell me the options we have for striker. I don't know, Richard. We have Ollie Watkins, we have Benjamin Sesko, and we have Nicholas Jackson. But you'll be surprised. Do you know Ollie Watkins performed way much better than all these players? For real. Last season, he scored 16 goals in the EPL and also 8 assists. Sesko scored 13 goals and had a few assists as well, the other side. He actually had a better season last time. Nicholas Jackson is Nicholas Jackson, man. I don't even have the energy or guts to talk about him. So yes, we need a keeper, and yes, we need a striker to add on. So it's a bit crazy. I don't know how things are going to turn out. Let me see. I wanted to show you something. Let me put up the boys today. The boys today, while they were traveling, while they were on board. This is them. You see Onana trying to take care of Mbeumo, making him feel comfortable. We see the South Americans, you know, you see Diego Leon, you see they speak the same language. Diego Leon, Dallo, you have Martinez, you have Ugarte, you have Bruno, you have Matheus Cunha, and the other side at the end, you have the kid Sekou Kone, proper bowler. Yeah, you know, then you have Tim Hutton, Bruno Fernandes again, Luke Shaw, and Mason Mount. By the way, I'd forgotten even about Mason Mount and Luke Shaw. You know, by the time someone forgets me, I think by the time I forget about such players, that means they're really not good and they're surplus to Manchester United, and they should be leaving very soon. Teams to say, what do you think of Vitinha? Man United should look for this player. Yo, bro, there is no way PSG would let us get Vitinha. You know, I talked about it when I came back on the stream. There's no way PSG would give us Vitinha. Sorry. The only way you would get such a player is if he puts up a fight and pulls Trantams and all. But I don't see him joining. There is no way he would leave. You know, those guys have enough money to make him say yes every time he tries to leave. No way. You know, and they just even won the UCL, bro. There is no way they would let him, unless he pulls what he does what Mbappe did, trying to force his way to Real Madrid. If he does that, maybe there's a chance. You just saw Victor Gyökeres forcing his move to Arsenal. So, well, unless he does that, there's no way. Maybe the other thing I'd like to talk about, once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Tinsu, you have Richard. The keeper that is reportedly being linked to Man United, and it's serious, is Belgian Royal Antwerp goalkeeper. That is San Lamens. We see here United holds serious interest in Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Lamens, and personal terms would be no issue. 23-year-old considers it a dream move to Manchester United. United inquired too, highly rated internally, and Amorim has already proved. And you know, he's focused on getting him. That is status of United Joshua and Sally Talks on X. Yep. So there you go. Those of you who are talking about the keeper, that's the goalkeeper situation. There was rumors of United being interested in Emi Martinez. I think he would also be good, but not for that amount of money, because I understand it's rumored reportedly that United went in for a loan move, and Aston Villa said no. But if he's coming in, if he's coming on a move, if he's coming for anything less than 10 or 12 million pounds, that's okay. It's either a loan or 10 million pounds for Emi Martinez. Otherwise, let him fuck off. Let him stay wherever he is. You know, we're good. Okay, we are not good, but I think you would rather invest in this keeper, Samuel Lamens. At one point, I really wanted us to get Porto's keeper, that is Diego Costa. But it looks like Man City is going to get him. He's a very, very, very good player. Very good player. Shout outs to you, Oflagos. Shout outs to you, brother. I just talked about him by the approximately, I think, 10 minutes ago. He's a proper bowler. Carlos Baleba is a proper bowler, you know. And I was saying Brighton, for the last 2 seasons, they've been grooming, or rather 3 seasons, they've been grooming players, you know, and selling players expensively. You look the likes of Caicedo, you look the likes of now Baleba, who's still there. You look at João Pedro, Cucurella, who left for Chelsea back then, and expensively. These guys, I don't know, their scouting department needs credit. Brighton, their scouting department needs credit. And yes, Baleba is a bowler. He covers space. He has pace. You get it? He covers space. He knows how to cover the ground. He has the pace. He can track. He can go forward and come back very fast. I think he's everything. United also would. I have 3 choices when it comes to that midfield position, because Richard Rios, it would be 4, but Richard Rios is already on his way to Benfica. So Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton will be a great addition. Atlanta's Ederson will be a great one, and Brighton's Carlos Baleba. Proper bowlers. That guy in a pivot, or one of those 3 guys in a pivot with Bruno Fernandes, it will be incredible, extremely incredible. Tinsu says, if we put £100, they will sell him. Glory, Man United. What do you mean? You mean Vitinha? Bro, what is £100 million to Chelsea? Sorry, to PSG. If they managed to turn down back then close to £180 million for Kylian Mbappe back then, and he worked on a free transfer, bro, that is nothing. Those Arab money, oil money, those guys have money, man. They have money. Then Richard Francis goes on to say, United need our moral support, encouraging them to face challenges. We need striker Benjamin Sesko and Martinez. Do you mean Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan? You're not getting him. You're not getting him, brother. You are not getting him. That is not true. You're not getting him. So I don't see us getting any of those. Maybe Benjamin Sesko, yeah, there could be something in it, but he's very expensive, and I don't know whether United are ready to overpay. It's a bit expensive, you know. And by the way, let me tell you something. Do you know, I was looking at something earlier on. Frankfurt have earned close to 265 million euros from selling just only 3 players in a space of 2 years. They sold Ekitike, they sold Mamouche, and now Kolomani. You know, they also sold Kolomani. You know, they bought them all together for a combined 16 million pounds. 16 million euros. All those 3, Ekitike, Mamouche, and Kolomani. But don't forget, Frimpong has also just left. There's Florian Wirtz. Oh my God, it's just like Brighton is the Frankfurt of this side. Seriously, I mean, considering the profit Frankfurt have made on striker sales over the last few years, I mean, I think we might as well just figure out who they are trying to sign next, so that we get him and hijack him very soon, because all those players are doing well. By the way, there was rumors United being linked to Kolomwani, but I hope it stays that way as rumors. You know, that would be okay. That would be nice. Please do subscribe, guys. Turn on the notifications. Let me check out something else here. Yeah, the rumors of the Belgian keeper, Saint Lamens, won't go away. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, it won't go away. Onana needs, and I do agree, Onana needs someone to check him. Onana needs someone to check him. And speaking about those that are going, by the way, yeah, Marcus Rashford, I understand is very soon going to be unveiled as a Barcelona player. That is good for him. We're saving close to 17 million pounds. You know, the fact that Barcelona is going to be taking care of his wages, that is very good. That's almost a player. You know, you can buy a player using that money. Then the other Avenger, freedom fighter, Jadon Sancho. I don't know. We thought he was close to joining Juventus. Actually, someone saying today, even I read reports that they are close to an agreement, United and Juventus, about Jadon Sancho. The player is ready. But again, yesterday, a credible journalist, David Oyston, came out and said he hasn't had that anywhere. He doesn't know where it's coming from, but it is not true. That's what he said. Now, it's worrying if someone like Oyston says that because he's credible. You know, he has the ears on ground, you know, and so I'm a bit perplexed. Then you have Garnacho. Garnacho, I understand the Chelsea, Spurs, and Aston Villa interested in him. You know, what a loss for Garnacho. I'm not even going to give him airtime. I'm not going to talk about him. But yes, 3 players already down in. So I'm talking about signings. That is Diego Leon, Matis Cunha, Brian Mbeumo. So I think 3 to go, honestly speaking, because Cunha and Mbeumo are as good as 2 signings we could have wanted for this summer. But I think there's plenty left to do. There's plenty of work left to do to sort out the team, you know, the squad. A goalkeeper has to be the next, you know, a striker has to be the next, followed by a goalkeeper and a midfielder, honestly speaking, because the teams like Arsenal, teams like City, teams like Chelsea, teams like Liverpool are really strapping. You know, they're bringing their A game in this transfer market. I know they are not our competitors currently because we performed so poorly. We finished 15th, but we need to get somewhere. And to me, I would say top 6 next season will be a great step up for Man United. But yes, a striker is a must. How much will he be available for? I mean, how much is United going to spend? Because from what I understand, I don't think they can afford Sesko. I don't know how they'll do it. Watkins also price is 60 years, considering his age, 60 million pounds, considering his age. Nah. And there's rumors of Mateta, you know. You know, there's rumors of Mateta, Crystal Palace Mateta. So, I mean, but yes, also a midfielder. That is very worrying, and it's a concern for me, as I've said repeatedly. Casemiro doesn't have the legs to give you 5 games in a row, back to back. Manuel Ugarte was inconsistent last season. I do not trust him. I do not trust him to execute the job so well. So we know nothing next in terms to, I mean, the targets that United is looking at, but there's big value in the midfielders, you know, when it comes to the market. Let's just wait and see how things are going to turn around. And I'm hoping at least in the next 7 days, one of those is signed. I mean, that will be incredibly well. And I saw something earlier on Twitter, people that were talking about Man United, about Liverpool. I mean, we signed Mbeumo, we signed Cunha for how much? Was it close to 125, something like that? But again, bro, you have Liverpool splashing money, signing close to 120 for Florian Wirtz, you know, whose wages are through the roof. I mean, 370. Can you imagine 370 million pounds or 425 million euros per week? Then you have Ekitike, 79 million pounds, and coming in for 200. I earlier on 290. It's euros, not pounds. 290. Sorry, 200,000, 290,000. Sorry, weekly. You know, or if you put it in pounds, it's 250. The same goes for Ekitike, 370k or 425k per week. So, I mean, Wirtz, I mean, all these wages and everything, I would say this is the biggest transfer ever. I mean, the other top 10, if any other club, particularly Manchester United, have done so far. But if it were for Man United to do those transfers, the uproar would be crazy. I'm telling you, everyone will be talking about Man United. You know how we're spending, how we're doing this. But guess what? No one is. They're all patting Liverpool on the back. Nothing really wrong. Nothing at all. They are looking at what United is already doing, and I think it's a bit silly, especially for the news. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Real quick before we end our stream, as I was saying, Harrison has been loaned out. Vitek, that's the other keeper, is going to be loaned out this week as well. So I mean, I think there's a possibility that United is there's a high chance that United is going to sign a keeper. I think there's a very, very high chance that United is going to sign a keeper, and I'd love to see that. I think it will be really, really incredible. United signing a keeper, because we need one. We need one. We need one to hustle it out and tackle it with David Onana, because with what he did last season, I do not trust him. I did not trust him at all. And yeah, we need to compete. We need to be at our best on top of the game. Real quick, guys, going through the transfers. I was talking about confirmed transfers. Out and on loans. Harrison, young goalkeeper, has already joined Shrewsbury Town on a long season. For the rest of the campaign. Then you have Dango, will spend also the entire season on loan at with the League One. Rotherham United? Sam Murray moved permanently to Carlisle, something like that. Of course, he's going to be managed under former Man United player, that is Mark Hughes. Those of you that know him. Eriksen, we had Johnny Evans, we had Victor Lindelof, all working on a free transfer. Rashford, who's soon to be announced officially as a Barcelona player, of course, joining on loan with Barcelona covering all his wages. Don't forget, he took 25% pay cut. That's how desperate he was. Then Rasmus Højlund, from what I understand, United are open to loaning out the Danish striker. We've had this interest from Inter Milan, his former team, Atlanta. Then there's also Juventus. And let's wait and see. After all, the dude scored only 4 goals in 32 appearances last season. He should leave. He should leave right away. Then the Sanchos, nothing really concrete yet about the Juventus deal. I don't know. Someone is coming out saying it's closed. David Einstein, again, as I said earlier, who's very credible, comes out and says it's nonsense. Then you have other players in Tyrell Malacia. I even forget sometimes that he's a Manchester United player, joined for a fee of around within the region of £13 million. And I understand United are ready to take anything between £3 to £5 million. Now, that is a loss. That is where you have the PSR coming in, the FFP and all that stuff. Anthony, I really think he did so well. He did so well for Real Betis. I'm just shocked that United Betis are taking all this while to sign him. He did incredibly, incredibly well for Real Betis. I don't understand why they didn't sign him, or they haven't signed him yet, but it's rumored and reported that Atletico Madrid might jump in to take or sign the player, get his signature, and they'll be playing very good money. No shit. And yeah, that's it. Maybe the other player that we've been linked about is Sporting Lisbon captain, central midfielder. Morten, how do you pronounce the name? Almond. He's also a very good player, but Anderson City is also rumored to be interested in a player like him. And if City is interested in him, unless otherwise, I'm telling you guys, we are going to lose him. He's going to go the other side, 100%. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. It's been a pleasure, everyone that has been part of the stream. Yes, we had a few issues with connection along the stream, but let's hope next time we have a better one. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Glory, glory, Man United officially signing out Isaac. I'm going to make sure I get Josh next time, but give him a few more. Josh will be joining us again, but give him a few more, I think 3 or 4 more days. But I'll try to make sure that I bring Josh. Yes, before I sign out, someone was asking earlier about Dominic Calvin. Yo, bro, that is nonsense. I know he's a free agent right now, former Everton striker, but I think it's the agent that is trying, to push or market his players, bro. No, we don't want him. We don't want him. No disrespect. We do not want him at all. I know he's comfortable where he is. If he's not comfortable, he should get a team, but that team should not be Manchester United at all. And also, the rumor that United are aware that Chelsea could be okay with the swap deal for Jackson and Garnacho. I think it's also silly. It's trash, absolute trash. And by the way, do you know that to me, I think Garnacho is a better player, performed even better compared to, just because United were poor, but he performed better than Elanga. He performed better than Kudos. He performed, who else? But I mean, all these players went for 50 plus. Kudos went for 55. Madueke, who just went to Arsenal, 52 million pounds. Elanga, 55, close to that. You get. But I think because of what Garnacho has been doing, his silly behaviors and all that with his silly agent brother, it's one of the reasons as to why his market value had to go low and deep low. And again, I'll repeat this: do not be surprised towards the end of the season, towards the end of the transfer, if a team comes in saying 20 or 25 million pounds, because they know we are desperate to let him go. You know, but I'd rather have him loaned, play very good football, and be back, and we sell him for a very huge fee. Other than that, please do subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Isaac, I am officially signing out. Glory, glory, Man United. Adios and cheers. Let's roll.